cry for your cry, gave up everything for you. Night after night, got me caught up like a fool. But you started something I can't hold down. The more I try to make you mine, I just see heartbreak in this city. But I keep on loving you. So get your mind made up. Call me on the telephone. I need your love. Kiss my heart and let it flow. You capture me. I can't explain. You call my name and then my heart starts beating. Get your mind made up. Hear your car at 3 a.m. You took your love. You need to put it back again. You shatter me. I can't explain. You call my name and then my heart starts beating. My heart starts beating. Game after game, only fear stands in your way. Love is a crime when you're tied up night and day, oh baby. But you started something I can't hold down. Oh no, no. The more I try to make you mine, I just see heartbreak in this city. But I keep on loving you. So get your mind made up. Call me on the telephone. I need your love. Kiss my heart and let it flow. You capture me. I can't explain. You call my name and then my heart starts beating. Get your mind made up. Hear your car at 3 a.m. You took your love. You need to put it back again. You shatter me. I can't explain. You call my name and then my heart starts beating. My heart starts beating. So tell me yes or no, oh baby. Show me the way to go, oh darling. Say you'll be mine and I'll be satisfied. I'm still in love tonight. We're running out of time. So get your mind made up. Call me on the telephone. I need your love. Kiss my heart and let it go. You capture me. I can't explain. You call my name and then my heart starts beating. Mind made up. Hear your car at 3 a.m. You took your love. You need to put it back again. You shatter me. I can't explain. You call my name and then my heart starts beating. My heart starts beating.
Pick myself up, turn the world on its head. Don't forget what my mama said. People talking since the beginning of time. Unless they paying your bills, pay them bitches no mind. And if I fly or if I fall, at least I can say I gave it all. And if I fly or if I fall, I'm on my way. Now sissy that wow. Better beware, ain't no tea, ain't no shade. But at the same time, bitches better get out the way. I'm a fam queen, mother of the house of no shame. My pussy is on fire, now here's the flame. And if I fly or if I fall, at least I can say I gave it all. And if I fly or if I fall, I'm on my way. c'est that wow.
Hello everybody, I'm back. How y'all doing? Sorry, I had to go get myself a coffee. Thank you for inviting your fans again, I appreciate it. Connor, well done on the level up. My cheeks hurt. I know, right? That was EcoPunk. Not the ones on my fit. Well, I mean, even kinkier. Lucian, welcome to the stream. Thank you for the 50. Eli, Eco, Casey, Moist Fun. Thank you for all the likes. I appreciate it. Of course, I can't write down Lucian because he is a co-worker and a co-host. But they're appreciated nonetheless. Somebody is mowing outside, so let's first she's talking about chicks and then she's talking about the grass. I mean, thanks for inviting your fans. So, once this song finishes, I'm going to be bringing up Lucian for a little while so we can talk about the drag race. Then I'm going to bring up EcoPunk as a contestant for the drag race, and then Connor will continue our conversation. So
Now, sissy that wow.
Don't you just love the music? Alright, now I need to grab hold of B1, take that off. Oh my god, just going to drag me like that. Well, I mean, you got to do it for the competition anyway. Ta-da, see what I did there. Lucian, raise your hand if you want to come and join me. And we will bring you... Lucian is, by the way, the co-host of a lot of things that we do. In particular, the drag race that y'all are part of. Let me load PC 1 second. Awesome. What I'll do then, Eco, if you're ready, I'll drag you up at the same time because no doubt Lucian's going to have some questions for you as well. So if you're ready, we'll drag you up first, and then when Lucian's ready, we'll drag him up as well, which is going to be good. And Connor, bless you, I can see your hand up. Mel, welcome to the stream. How are you? Adam, welcome back. Eco's hand's there. Yay! Everyone make Eco your big screen. Hello, Eco. How you doing?
Hi.
Hi. Or should I say Patricia Can?
Not today, yeah.
Not today.
drag,
This is Eco.
just
Mel,
me.
thank you for the 50s.
Just little old American me, you know.
Just little loud American you, yeah. Hello, Kenzie. Hiya. Casey, thank you for the 10. Connor, thank you for becoming a fan of Eco. So, Eco, looking forward to this challenge or
no,
not?
I'm like so bad at impressions. That's the thing. I love like the comedy aspect, and it's my favorite. Like I said, Snatch Game is my favorite episode to watch. But like and that's the thing too, is because like for years I've been like, if I was gonna go and like do Snatch Game, like, and I've been thinking about this for years, and I still haven't landed on somebody. So like This is not like I've had a couple, like I've been thinking about this for years, and I still like have no fucking clue.
Lots of ideas. Yeah, I mean, I was once asked the same question. I mean, you're in the sort of like drag community and the gay community and stuff, and people are like, if you was on Snatch Game, what were you, and the problem is with actual Snatch Game is you're not allowed to do characters and things like that. So, like, a lot of the things that I would do would be not the actor or actress themselves, but one of the characters they portray, and trying to do it in that style. But of course, they couldn't do that. So I was like, every kind of like name that I came up with, I was, wait, that's not the actual person, that's a role they play. Right. Damn it! So
I mean, I feel like I've seen people kind of get away with it.
That's why I kind of thought it would be a good idea.
There's like ways around it, I guess, but frizzy voices. I don't have I think she's a redhead, right?
I can't remember.
I don't know. I don't know if I can how to do the hair.
Gray,
right?
the gray
I know.
matters.
I've seen her videos. I haven't watched her in recent years, but I know who she is. Sorry, I'm wearing boxer shorts. I don't mean to just be like flashing you. Like, Exactly,
well, I mean, it's better than the last time. I mean, the last time there was no panties at all, so at least we
clothed today.
I can just imagine not next week, sorry, the week after, with the show, it's going to be like, okay, so Eco has chosen who her characters are going to be, and there ain't no panties.
Exactly. I gotta think of somebody who doesn't wear panties. That's what I gotta do. Okay, perfect. That's what I'm gonna be on the lookout for now.
I mean, I suppose it could be any kind of like animal kind of character, like I don't know, maybe Brian the dog. I mean, he don't wear clothes at all.
No. They're not like the rest of you fucking furries, okay? Disgusting. No, I'm kidding. I
True.
Whatever, live your life.
This is why I love Patrashes.
I don't know. I have like a handful of ideas, and then I don't know who everybody knows. And then also I have ideas that like, okay, everybody knows who this person is, but I don't know if I can make them funny. So it's like, it's a hard one. This is a hard challenge. I feel like if you're not already like, this is my forte, like I feel like there's people who like, this is kind of like what their forte is. Like I do celebrity impersonations, this is my gig, this is like what I do. But like, I feel like if that's not you, then this is like a really hard challenge.
It's a really tough challenge. Definitely, yeah. I mean, there's going to be a lot of challenges that some people will find easier than others, and vice versa. I mean, that was one of the reasons why I went around everyone and saying, what would be like your best one, what would be your worst one, because I kind of wanted to throw a little bit of something in for everyone that people would like, but also people would not necessarily hate, but it would take them out of the comfort zone and give them something to kind of like reach towards that would, open doors that maybe they hadn't considered doing before, and they might be, oh, I can actually do this, to help raise that confidence level.
See, I say like, give me an acting challenge and I'm good, just not impersonating another person. Like, it's weird. So I'm like, I'm an actress, like I can act. It's just celebrity impersonations. It's just not like, I don't know.
Yeah. You'd want something where you can act as
like,
you,
I can create
or
a character. I can do all kinds of characters. But if I'm like trying to impersonate someone that everybody knows, like there's that added like layer of like pressure where everybody knows this person, and so they have an expectation. And I feel like if you don't meet the expectation, or like, I don't know, I feel like there's like I don't know.
Yeah. I think that's one of the things. I mean, a lot of people look at people doing impersonations, and if it's not like 100% accurate or 100% accurate in their mind, then it kind of throws people off a little bit. But I mean, one of the things that people don't often think about in things like that is, it doesn't have to be exactly like the person. The key point is to make it funny. So even if you went outlandish, and I feel like
with drag especially, it's more supposed to be like a caricature of the person. So like,
exactly, it's not supposed to be like spot on. Sorry, Lucian, it's still not letting me bring you up. You might have to do a fake live and then come back. I know that recently there's been lots of different changes on the platform. So yeah, fake live, come back, I'll drag you up. So, yep, technical difficulties, yep. Oh, by the way, if anyone does want to come up and discuss and promote themselves, if it happens to be the gaming app, we have to refer to it as the purple platform, not by name. Don't ask me why.
Just, to be safe, just playing it safe.
Yeah, exactly. I know, Lucian, I know. Let me know when you're back and I'll bring you up again. But yeah, so stuff going on in general life as well. How's that going for you?
I don't know. I'm still feeling like... So I've been having, like, symptoms, because I said, like, oh, I might have COVID or whatever. We haven't tested yet. It's, like, all in my face, though. It almost feels like allergies, so it's, like, kind of like... If I just try to not think about it, I won't even notice it. So it's not, like, bad or anything. It hasn't gone down into my chest or anything. My face just feels icky, and my eyes are all, like, puffy and shit. So I'm like, well, I don't know. So I'm hoping that, like... It's not COVID and like whatever, it just goes away and that it's not a problem.
Fingers crossed. Yeah. I mean, it's summer, so it could just be allergies. So that's like the other thing is just me just trying to go about my days and hope that I don't have COVID, and hope that me being like so tired and exhausted is just because of traveling and having like, coming back from vacation and everything, just like being exhausted from that. Especially such an exhausting vacation that you told us about then.
It doesn't, if you're with family and they're stressful as fuck and everybody, it's not the same as like an actual vacation where you get to rest.
Yeah, you need a vacation from the vacation now.
Exactly.
You need the next step.
Who's fanning me up. Much love, much love.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome. And yeah, Whitney, we're not doing a makeup stream today. I thought we'd just have a chill out stream
That
and just
works,
chat with
bro.
people and stuff. And people are welcome to come up and share what they want.
Eyelashes.
Yeah.
It takes me like
It
weeks
does.
for this shit. Like whenever I put like fake eyelashes on, that glue does not come off. I just have like
Yeah. Can I show
Rusty
my
white
makeup
shit.
look real quick? I'll bring you up after I'll bring you up after Eco, but definitely. Yeah, I have the same problem. Like whether I use waterproof mascara or whether I just use a normal one. Like you take the makeup off, and the eyelashes just do not want to remove. They just stick there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've tried a lot of different techniques. I'm just very bad at getting all my makeup off. Like I don't know if you can tell, but there's still like a little bit of shit
All the way
around
underneath
my
the
eyes
eye.
that just doesn't come off. And
Mine all collects in the corner.
Right.
That's if my makeup doesn't my eyes start watering sometimes, so it goes like everywhere, and then yeah. Let's try this one more time. Yay!
Hello,
Which is
hello,
hello. Well, fingers crossed. Oh. You had to come up as an anime character, didn't you? I mean, not bad, I would, but yeah. Now let's see the real one.
Sweetheart, you don't know that or what? Come on. You know this.
Well, I mean, this is true. I mean, there was this one
That
time.
Lucy's band camp.
Alicia's oh god, now we've
the
got the
avatar's arm. Oh,
hedgehog.
mine's moving now. There we go.
What? Mine doesn't move. That's not fair.
Yay! It's supposed to.
I love this.
Mine don't like
Yeah,
me.
it's supposed to move with you.
Wow.
Yeah, but are you looking directly at your camera or your side? On
I
the-
am looking directly
sometimes-
at the dark side. Dear
Oh.
penis.
That's weird how it's not working. But it also sometimes screws with OBS as well. So if you're using OBS at the same
I
time, you
am
don't
not.
often like
I
it.
turned
so.
all that off.
Thank you for becoming a fan of Eco Punch.
So yeah, I would
So,
appear on camera,
I'm
but
not
one
gonna
right
flash.
now look complete and utter like shite. I've literally just had to put clothes on, so I feel privileged for that one.
We both put
Nice.
clothes
I
on
really like
today.
the
I mean,
stream.
hardly. I'm wearing a t-shirt and boxer shorts, and that's it. But
Yeah.
you know,
Well, I literally was just in jeans and that was it. And then
cover those
literally,
titties.
like, just my titties.
I
right?
don't want to see all that.
No, we don't want to see all that. Oh, here we come. Is it actually going to work? Lindsay, welcome to the stream. How are you, honey? That's more than so. Well, yeah. Nope, I think we've also lost
Oh,
sound
my
pollution
lord.
as well. Love that for yep, he's dropped. Raise your hand again and I'll bring you up because it was probably the little avatar thingy that screwed it up. Yeah, where were we? I forgot. We were somewhere. We
I
were
don't
here.
ever know
we were
where I
here,
am.
But yeah,
So
me neither.
not a damn clue.
I'm glad to know you're okay. You're back. Right, let's see if it works this time.
Yeah,
They do. Avatars
yeah, I'm
crash
turning
everything.
off that.
So you're supposed to turn the avatar off before. There we
Memory.
go. Hello.
I don't know how, but yeah.
Yeah, there's a shit ton of memory on your
Exactly.
PC. What the hell? Yeah, free the tartars exactly.
Oh,
Whitney.
there you go.
So,
There's the
as
tartars.
co-host
You're
of...
happy now. You're happy with the tartars.
See, now if Eco did that, we'd get,
I
you
know,
know, suddenly
and I don't
cancelled.
even have titties. So what the fuck? You would
I
know
know.
the tell the
Most of
difference.
the people in here.
I'll glue some chest hair on if that makes
Facts,
it. I don't
facts.
know.
Sorted.
Yeah, that might work, actually, yeah. And it'd be good for next week for your challenge
Maybe.
as well, maybe.
Ooh,
you know,
actually,
thinking
see,
of
the thing is,
thinking
I keep
outside the
coming up
box.
with characters that I think would be really fun. But I don't have the wig. I'm gonna have to rush order something.
Yeah.
I just came up with a character that I think I really want to do now, but I have to rush and order the right wig. Damn.
Yeah. That sucks when that happens. It's like, oh, I've got the
Yeah, 'cause I
perfect
don't
weight.
have the
No,
outfit. I have-
yeah. Actually, you are going to love one of the challenges that we've got, but you'll find out about it a little later on when we get closer to the time. But let's just say it's one that you're intimately familiar with already.
In my
Oh,
wheelhouse.
sorry, that was for you, not for me.
Yeah, it's in your
Human
wheelhouse,
trash.
definitely. I'm not going to make any spoilers, but it's definitely maybe it's along those
Okay.
lines, but I'm not going to spoil it. So we'll get there. Lucian, what the hell are you doing with your PC? Nope, we completely lost. Oh. You're going to drop, aren't you? I know for a fact you're going to drop. Lucian's probably at the other end of the screen going, "Can you hear me?"
Dropping
Yep.
frames, dropping
We dropped,
turds.
we dropped.
You know how it is.
I know, right? I mean, where are the emojis for that when you need it? Actually, I think there is
Oh my
one.
god, I sent you
Isn't there a
something,
sticker for that?
Rami, in your Discord.
No,
So
they
a
removed
friend
it.
of mine sent this in my Discord, and it's just so amazing. I had to send it in your Discord, and it's an outfit. It looks crocheted, and I'm kind of in the process of learning to crochet. As you see, I have all my yarns over here, and I'm like, I need to make. Oh my god, Seth is literally the person who sent it. And now you're here. Hi, Seth. Please go look at it.
Hi,
Though.
Seth. Yeah, I sort of like looked at that and I was like,
Yeah, the
"Ooh,
two-piece,
damn!"
the bikini. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
I've gotta
I
make
can see that working. I mean, I've seen the crochet cock sock, so I mean, why not? You know, it's yeah. This is the alternative version.
Right.
Why not? Yeah, I used to crochet like when I was but I kind of forgot how to do that. So it is pretty simple, but then it's like I don't know. Seth, welcome to the platform. I hope you're having a fabulous day. How are you? Or should I say welcome to the stream, not the platform.
Yeah,
but
Seth
yeah.
is one of my friends.
That's
so-
what I meant. I knew what I meant. Yes. I'm going to go fan you up right now. Everybody please fan up Seth and don't obviously forget to fan up Eco as well. When were you baby warship? Well, this is true. That really never happened. She's always been a big ass bitch. YouTube is really good for tutorials for crochet, and I've done loads
Right,
of things
I've
watching
been
that.
following a couple
this is
different. I'm
true.
really bad at following tutorials, right? And like, I think like with my ADHD and stuff, I like jump from hobby to hobby, and so then I don't like spend like you might think like, oh, I mean, didn't you start doing whatever hobby it may be, you know, X amount of years ago? And I'm like, yeah, but I don't ever do things consistently. I'm not like, oh, this is my new hobby, this is all I do for all this time. I jump back and forth, and I'll like take months and stuff. So then when I say like, oh, I've been doing drag for 5 years, I haven't really been doing drag for 5 years. It's just kind of one of those things that I've been, you know, every once in a while I come back to, and in
and out of.
And this is, you know, one of those times where I'm really trying to go full, you know, force into it, but
full focus with the
having like ADHD and stuff, it's really hard to kind of pick one focus and stay in one lane. I feel like I'm constantly doing different things, whether it be like now I'm working with yarn, doing like knitting and crochet, and then now I'm making earrings with like polymer clay, shit like that. Oh, now I'm doing drag again. Now I'm doing, you know, whatever. So
it's kind of like the shiny red button.
exactly.
Ooh,
Honestly, it's like every little new thing that interests me, I like go like, oh, this is my calling. This is my thing, and then I end up kind of dropping it for months at a time before ever coming back to it. Sometimes years. I think when I first started like knitting and shit like that was like freshman year of high school or something. So like not 8 or 9 years ago. I don't even know when that was, like 2013. And then I'm like only just now kind of getting back into doing yarn type stuff. I don't even knit with needles. I have knitting needles. I have a knitting machine. And then I've been doing a little bit of like crochet and stuff. But yeah, it'll sometimes take me years to come back to something. So, you know.
Yeah. Excellent. But it's good to have like more than one thing to do though, rather than, I mean, even hobbies for people can get like, I don't know. It seems more like a
it's
chore
expensive
than,
too
like,
though,
fun
because in the
end.
moment I'll be like, I gotta invest all into it. Or I'll have like the opposite problem where I know that because of my like ADHD that if I do spend all this money getting the proper materials and stuff, it'll end up feeling like a waste like a month or two
Yeah.
later when I'm not really into it anymore. And so then I kind of screw myself because then I'm like, I can't really do the thing properly or to its fullest potential because I'm not investing in like the proper materials to do that thing, because I'm like always scared that I'm gonna
Yeah.
end up a few months later like not even doing it anymore and then being like, why did I spend all this fucking money? So it's
Yep.
like, it's such a fucking pain in the ass, like it really is.
Yeah. So Mel said they do good tutorials for beginners, which I thought would be good just to try and help
and
us out.
that's the thing is
thank you,
I
Melody.
look up
Definitely,
the
yeah.
tutorials and I know like YouTube's a really good resource and stuff and yeah, it's really just so much of like, even sometimes I'll think I'm in the mood or I want to create something, and then when I actually sit down with everything, I'm like, I just don't feel like doing this right now. I feel like doing something else. Or I think
Yeah.
another thing with ADHD also is that you get, and I've seen more and more people talking about this recently, it's inconsistent energy levels. So like, you obviously, everybody knows, oh,
Yes.
ADHD, you're bouncing off the walls and everything. But sometimes, like, I just want to fucking sleep all day. Like, I don't want to do anything. And it... Right.
It's an absolute crash
and
rather
instead
than
of,
the other way
yeah,
around.
and instead of it being, like, on, like,
Yeah.
a 24-hour schedule or something, and especially being, like, AFAB and having already, like, a monthly hormone cycle with, like, my period and everything, it kind of goes along with that. But, like, even then, like, I feel like it'll be, oh, I have a couple days where I have these like bursts of energy, but then I'll go like a week where I'm like depressed and I don't want to do anything. I'm just lethargic. And then it's like, and that's like really hard too when
Yeah.
you're trying to be consistent with like creating something where like, even though I do want to do this thing,
Yeah.
I have no energy. So right,
The
and so
energy's
as
not
like
there
a
for
content
it.
creator, a streamer,
Yeah.
an artist, what like literally no matter what it is that I'm trying to do, like it's really hard to be consistent because of that. So
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I do completely sympathise with that because, I mean, as Lucian will tell you, we both have issues with mental health, as a lot of people probably in this stream do. And sometimes you're really in the mood for something and then you're just about to do it and then it's like, do you know what? I mean, tonight was a perfect example. Something happened today which is completely inconsequential and, you know, wouldn't ordinarily bother you. But then it was one of those, okay, I'm not going to let this bother me. And then you're like, right, I've got a makeup stream to do. And then literally 5 minutes before I was going to do it, I was like, it's too hot, I can't be bothered, my mood just crashed, and I thought, okay, I've got to do something because we've got to keep consistent, and it's more about everyone else than
Right.
just me here. So I thought, okay, let's just do a chill stream and talk to everybody and find out what's going on, and, you know, so at least it's still something. But, like, the mood, I was like, yeah, we're going to do makeup today, we're going to continue the Pride theme, and then I was like, God, is
I hate
Pride not
that,
over
though,
yet?
when
You know, it's
like,
suddenly completely
you're so ready
flipped.
to go, and then it's so like fickle. Like any little thing can just like take the whole trajectory of your day and just like completely
I'll tell you how
destroy your
I would
mood.
personally describe it. Okay, is I think the best way to describe it is all day you've been working yourself up, you're horny, you're like, yeah, me and the other half tonight, we're going to get some, I'm going to do this, going to tie them to the bed and all this. And then you get home, you have your bath, you tie yourself up, and you're like, sorry, babe, I can't be fucked.
I'm too
Go
knackered
to bed,
now.
I'll see you later. And then,
Yeah.
and then you end up laying there.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's such a shitfall because you know you can pull yourself out of it, but you don't have the effort and the strength to pull yourself out of it at the same time.
Right, it's like
I
it's
know
like
you
spoon
can,
theory.
but-
And that kicks you down even more.
Yeah. Because then you're kicking yourself in the foot for not actually doing it. I mean, it's like, say, for example, tarting yourself up to go for a night out, and then a friend comes round, you have a drink, and then before you know it, the night's
Yes,
gone.
Connor.
And
Yeah,
you're
the
like, oh.
inconsistent appetite I definitely experience a lot, where I have a lot of, and this happens a lot with people who have ADHD or other mental health issues and stuff, but ADHD I think especially is one I've heard a lot of people talk about, where, you know, any little thing, especially like if you're too hyper focused on something or you're like, this one thing is taking up my entire mind, it can be very easy to forget to eat
Yeah.
and take care of yourself. And so then for
Literally
days
forget.
you'll like not really be eating
Yeah.
very much because you just have no appetite. Your body is not sending, it's because your body doesn't send you the signals that's telling you
Yeah.
like you are hungry, eat food until you straight up
Exactly.
crash.
Yeah. I mean, neurotypicals won't understand that. I get a lot of people saying to me, "How can you forget
Right.
to eat?" And it's true, you genuinely do. And soon you realize 3 days have gone past. It's like,
Right,
oh,
you're
I
like,
haven't
why
eaten
do I
anything yet.
feel like shit? You're like, oh, I'm having low blood sugar. I'm about to pass out. And then once you kick back into it,
Yeah.
and then you know that that's what it is, then you go back to the flip side, which is, a lot of people then how they search for dopamine is by eating. So then they'll binge eat for days after. It's literally, and so that's, it's not healthy, but I
Yeah.
know that that's how I am because I forget to eat for whatever period of time, and then I realize, oh shit, I'm forgetting to eat. So then I panic and binge, and then I remember that eating is a dopamine thing for me. So then I binge eat and stuff. Luckily, I have like an insanely fast metabolism, which is not good when I'm forgetting to eat because then I like feel like I'm fucking hypoglycemic
Yeah.
or something, and I'm gonna die.
We see, I'm kind of the same as well. I've got a fast metabolism, but years ago I did suffer with, and still do, because, even though it's not an issue at the moment, it's still always part of you. But I did
Yeah,
suffer
eating
with
disorder never
anorexia a long
leaves.
time ago. Lucian's known me for lots of years. It never leaves. But then when you get into the part of with like depression and other things like coming on top, or even if you're having like a really good day, like you're super focused on stuff, and then suddenly it's like days have gone by and you haven't eaten, and then people are like, okay, Romy, are you having another
Right.
anorexia episode? It's like, no, I genuinely, literally just purely forgot. But then of course you get the whole like fast metabolism, so that if you do suddenly go on a binge fest of eating, you still lose weight while you're doing it because your body's like, okay, I really
and
need this energy,
you just
so it's
burn it up so fast
and it's
that
not
the
doing
thing
any
is,
good
I
to your
just fucking-
inside. It's just
I can run on steam though. That's the thing. Is I can run on pure steam, but then the second I do eat something, my body's like, all right, we're burning this shit up. We're burning this shit up. So much so that I hardly ever shit because like my body just fucking burns through everything that I don't even fucking poop. Like
yeah.
But this is where I can officially step in and say, because this is something I experienced 4 weeks ago. With mental health, lack of eating, energy, no energy, you're putting the wrong shit in your body, all the rest of it, you get stressed out. You end up having what happened to me. I end up having a heart attack on the 13th of May. I am 37. I am 38 at the end of this month, and I had a heart attack last month. And that was not expected. Yes, I smoke, drink very, very rarely, drugs, if only.
Careful. But yeah.
And now I'm on 10 different medications for the rest of my life.
Which are going to screw you up just as well as if you had actually done
Actual
the
drugs.
illegal
Exactly.
ones. Because
I'm
I
a
mean,
biker, I'm a Viking, I'm a roughneck. It's how I roll normally. But now I've got to constantly watch what I'm now putting into my body. Am I getting enough sleep? Am
Every
I
little
eating?
thing.
Am I drinking enough? Am I doing this? Am I doing that? Do I feel absolutely fucked for every single minute of the goddamn day? Yes, I do. My body is still. But
the fact that you actually
right now.
Yeah, I mean, when you focus on it too much, and I know this sounds stupid, but if you focus on those things too much, am I eating enough, am I drinking enough, you actually get bogged down with the trying to focus on it, that actually makes you forget to actually
it's like,
do
honestly,
it.
I'm meant to go back to work on the 3rd of July. And Romy will tell you, because me and Rom, we've known each other for years. And I'm not one who scares easily. I am shit scared of going back to work.
In case it happens
because
again.
of my type of job I do, I am the equivalent of a 999 call handler, or in your case, a 911 call handler. Now, on a night shift and on a weekend, there's only 2 of us working. We're in a completely self-isolated and self-preserved airlock system. One of us can pop out for a smoke. If I have a heart attack, no one's gaining entry because I can't let them in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, they don't know what caused my heart attack. They don't know if it was stress, food, whatever. You know what I mean? They don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's another thing that kind of that makes me think, well, I'm having a niggle in my chest right now. Do I take my spray to help? I'll take my spray, 5 minutes, the pain's still there. Well, what is it? Am I having another heart attack? Is it indigestion? Is it just stretching?
Right, and then you work yourself up into like a panic attack, which then makes it even worse.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And at your level at this moment, panic attacks at the extreme level can actually cause it to happen. So you've gone from, this is absolutely nothing, but the worry of it
and
causes it, which makes you believe you were right
there's
all
two
along.
things there's two things I don't talk about, which is religion and politics. But I am going to talk about government for about 30 seconds. This is one of the reasons why I refuse to get help from the government, because they do not help you. This is another reason why Romy and myself, for years, throughout the LGBT community, mental health people, anyone who's got a fucking problem, they will always come to us, open up, we'll give the best advice that we possibly can, and we check up on them. You know what I mean? This is the community we need nowadays.
Yeah.
This is what we need, but no fucker wants to do it.
Yeah, I think that's the thing is I definitely look at
true.
you know, how people talk about the queer community and everything, especially like older generations will talk about how it just seems like there used to be so much more of a sense of community, but nowadays I feel like people are so and I think it's I don't want to say like it's a problem with the younger generations. I think that it's so hard to really pinpoint exactly where it comes from. It is a lot of younger people, and especially on the internet and stuff. These weird ideas just get perpetrated, and then it just kind of infect the minds of, I guess, younger people. And then it just becomes this whole thing where, like, oh, nowadays everybody has to gatekeep everything, and everything is so, oh, if you don't fit this exact perfect label, then you don't belong in it. And I think that definitely the over-labeling of everything and having to really...
That's exactly what I was going to say. I mean, we're supposed to be sort of like moving forward where things are going to be acceptable, but there's become that many labels for things now. We've gone super PC about everything. There's you know, in sort of like days gone by, it would be like, okay, like we were saying about the names earlier and the misgendering people would be like, okay, this is Romy. And that would be the end of the conversation. But now there's like, okay, so what are you? Are you this? And then you say, okay, I'm transgender. They're like, yeah, but what kind?
Exactly.
It's like, what do you mean, what kind? You know, and Lucian and I used to sort of like see this years ago in the community where we would joke around with each other and we would take the piss out of each other. But nowadays, like, even stepping into the drag community as well, an insult has become a compliment, and being ignored point blank is now the insult. And you look into the world of RuPaul's Drag Race, and it's become about who can afford the most expensive dress, who can look the prettiest, and who can insult. You know, if there's a new queen coming in, if they can insult her to the point where she wants to commit suicide, that's TV. That's what we're getting now, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to step back with this competition and say, look, hey, it's for everybody, it's for the experience, it's to gain something from it, not lose something from it. Okay, there's a cash prize. But
the drag community, from what I've seen, has kind of always had this weird, like, I don't know, like, sense of kind of shitting on each other.
Right.
No, but years ago we used to do it for fun, not
and
for...
I think it's one of those things you really have to know the difference.
That is not the proper drag community at the end of the day. Romy and myself raised up around the drag fucking community, from kids into young adults, the whole fucking shebang, right? And that's not the drag community, right? What you're describing, we've seen. We've dealt with. The whole fucking shebang. We really have. But that is not the drag community. Me and Romy would love to bring back the original drag community, just because being a bitch wasn't being a bitch.
Yeah, being a bitch was funny, but it was
Right.
also caring. I mean, Lucian and I take the
it's
piss
really
out of
on
each other
the
constantly,
older queens
but
too. I think because I've heard so many people be like, "Oh, when I was coming up, older queens literally just like shat on you and told you to get the fuck out, and that you didn't know what you were doing." And I think you have to kind of create like be a good influence on the younger generations of queens and stuff because they're getting.
yeah.
You know, everything they know is coming either from these old bitter queens who exist just to
Who are
shit
now
on younger
washed up and
queens.
fucked
We've
up.
seen a
Or
few of
fucking
them, haven't
RuPaul's
we?
Drag Race, which in my,
Yeah.
which in my
Great
opinion,
Weingard,
RuPaul's
sorry.
Drag Race in a
Robin
while
Drummer Ascendant.
has kind of ruined drag.
Yeah,
Like because
literally.
of what you were saying
Yeah.
with the money, it's become
I mean,
all about
you know,
money and what you can afford. And oh no,
Yeah.
H&M, and it's like, okay, no H&M, that's fine, whatever.
Yeah.
But like, why? Like maybe why are we not focusing on like? For me, I feel like drag should be more about like what can you create, what can you do as an artist. But if it's all
Yes.
about like, oh,
Yes.
I have the money to buy something that some other artist created, not even give them credit. And then like I
Yeah.
think the performance aspect and the makeup and everything, yes, like that is all important. But like I think with the whole thing with the costumes and just like how much money can you spend on an outfit is just getting ridiculous because it's like
Yeah. I mean, if you remember in like the early Drag Race when it was kind of still a little bit about community, it was still kind of a little bit about helping each other out. And you know, Bianca Del Rio, for as funny as she was, she would still
Right.
help out some of the queens. She would tell them go and pack, but then she would help them. But now you would get in the early stages of like, oh, you don't know how to sew, and they would joke about it, but then they would help them, and they would start creating all their own stuff. But now it's like the queens are walking in there with,
Yeah, and you don't have to know how
Gucci
to
everything
sew.
and Chanel this and.
you just have to be able
Yeah,
to
but-
pay somebody
Yeah.
else to sew for you. And if you're somebody who wants to try to learn how to sew and create your own thing, and you actually manage to make something, if it's not better than something that they bought for $3,000, then no one gives a fuck that you just spent the time to make
Yeah.
something. They just care that the other person's looks better because
Exactly.
they paid someone to spend over a year
Yeah.
making that garment in a challenge where somebody else just made something
Yeah,
in
and I
30
mean-
minutes.
Yeah, and I mean on the H&M dress, I mean yes, okay, it was a H&M dress, it wasn't expensive, but it wasn't just a H&M outfit. She bought the simple outfit, but then she edited it. She made something of it of their own and went, okay,
Right.
I can't make the
See, I
outfit,
miss
but I
the
can
drag where
change
people
it.
were literally
And
just
then
going to
RuPaul's-
the thrift store and altering shit with their sewing machine or their E6000 glue
Yeah.
and literally just like that's the thing, and that's what I do with
Yeah.
my drag. Everything that I have is from thrift stores. I style it myself. I add shit on. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah. Exactly, which is why you might like one that's coming up that I'm not going to give any spoilers for.
Stop talking about it, young woman.
I'm just
Right, well,
hinting,
like,
making
I
me feel
just mentioned,
nervous
like,
just in
the
case.
junk
It's-
challenge where they have to like make shit out of like trash or whatever, and then of course I the iconic Alaska
Yeah.
Thunderfuck, literally just a bunch of fucking garbage bags turned into a dress.
Literally, yeah. And I mean, there was one where she made the entire dress out of the bags because that was literally the only thing left. And yeah, it fell apart, but I
That's still a
mean,
damn
it was
good
still,
fucking
yeah. And it was. I mean, if you actually look at some of like going for the older drag movies and stuff, there was Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. One of the dresses
Right.
was
That's
sandals.
one I still haven't
You know?
seen. I still haven't
And
seen
that was
Priscilla.
kind of a-
I don't know where the fuck I can watch it. It's one of the ones I haven't seen. I love. You have to do. Wait, can we
think
do
it's
a
on
Red and
Netflix.
Wild
Yeah.
for Tu Wong Fu? A Red and Wild.
Sorry,
Challenge.
I really just have to say this.
Too.
Girl, where's my titties? I've just seen your name come up in chat, Ida. I fucking see you. Where's my titties? You only titties.
Well, if you're here this week, co-host, if you're here this week, you might see them. But that's also going back into what we were saying earlier about sort of like physical and mental health. You know, I mean, obviously I've been busy with a lot of stuff in Soul Solution, but there's also been stuff going on behind the scenes where, you know, we want to step in front and do the stuff that we're supposed to be in here, but there's also so much going like, you know, in every other direction. Lucian and I are supposed to be doing gaming stuff, not only for YouNow, but for YouTube, and we're supposed to be building up so much more, and then we just get so
I
bogged
feel like
down
people
with
like us, like creative
the
people,
nuances
we also
of
have
life
a tendency
itself.
to like overfill our plate and kind of be like, oh, I have to do this and this and this, and then add like 1,000 things on our plate, and then we can't get to all of them, and then we feel like guilty when we can't do all the things that we've like overcommitted ourselves to, even though we're the only ones that are mad.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, and
Yeah.
then you're like beating yourself up over something that like you should have known in the first place, not to like overfill your plate with so much shit, but
Yeah.
it's just like hard not to. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of sort of like, well, not at the end of Christmas, I think it was the end of Valentine's after we did the QOV, and I just went, look, I need to take a couple of weeks away. I need to like recuperate and rebrand and redo stuff. And then I started talking to Laws and Lucian and a couple of other people, and then like 3 days later I was back. I was like, hey, there's new shows, and my inside mind was screaming at me, by the way, you still need to take this break. But at the same time, it was like, you know, it was like Angel and the Devil. It was like, you know, take the break.
Can
And
be
then
such a fucking like catch-22 though for me, because I feel like it's good to get the rest, but if you don't take the time to actually really rest, then like, I don't know, it either like goes by too fast, you're like, oh, I didn't really rest, or like once it's time to get back into it, like you've kind of fallen out of your routine, and so then it's like harder to get back into the swing of things. It's like, for me, sometimes taking a break can make things worse, because then I've fallen out of my routine, and now all of a sudden like, oh, I'm so scared to get back on stream. I don't know why. I've done this 1,000 times. There's nothing like, the
nerves of actually doing it. But then of course when you do it, if it's like some of the times I've said that, and you've witnessed tonight as well, sometimes I've saying, okay, this show is happening at this time, and then you get to the point and you're like, you don't do it, so then you take that break off, and then you go back streaming again, or filming or whatever, and then the view count is down because people are so used to you going, yeah, I'm going to do it, and then don't. So then when you finally start getting into that routine, you get to the point where you've just started to build up a little bit, things are, you know, going smoothly, but your brain has got to that point where you've gone, okay, this isn't working. So then you need to take that step down again, and you're back where you started.
You definitely end up fucking yourself because you take too much of a break, or you keep following on your commitments, and then the people who were showing up and watching stop caring about you because they come to realize that you're not going to commit to the things that you say you're going to do, and then it just becomes this spiral. And then especially if you're like me, like it can be so easy to start like beating yourself up for things like that too, and then just be like, no one showed up to my stream, I guess I'll go fucking die, like I guess I'll never stream again.
And then you start thinking it's because you're the one that's not interested, and all it is that you just missed a little time. You just have to like get yourself back into it, but then the more you like, it's like, but it's kind of that never-ending circle, I feel like, where this causes this to happen, and so then you do this, but then you do this and that, and then that causes this, and you're in like this loop of self-doubt and self-sabotage. It's a causality loop. It's A leads to B leads to C leads to A.
Exactly.
Oh, Eli getting dominant for a moment there. I never thought it possible. Oh, honey. Connor, I'm going to bring you up for the last 10 minutes as well. Eco, you're more than welcome to stay here. Because Lucian's only just arrived as well, what we're actually going to do is, at the hour mark, we will refresh and come back. I do have a meeting to go to at some point, but I'm going to drag it on a little bit because we're having fun here and we're actually, interacting with people.
Considering you've missed a week's worth of meetings with me, you can fuck all the other meetings off, thank you very much.
This is true. Connor, let's bring you up. But we are going to end on the hour mark and refresh.
Hello there, my wee little leprechaun. How you doing, dear?
Oh my god, that is an awesome accent. I love that. That's so cool.
Oh, no, thank you there, like.
I mean, to be fair, you have got the pixie ears, so...
Don't fucking mention your pixie with me. I like a nice little pixie.
Also, Ron.
Yes.
was
Oh,
just for
tank
you,
top. You know I'm stealing that, right?
Angelina, thank you.
Aw. Angelina, welcome back. How you doing?
Leave my boy's ears alone. Hey, Mom.
And yes, you're not
My
far
ears, I
from
can do
me,
what I
so.
Ah, fuck, it's your mother.
Yeah. Melody's my mother.
Ah, fuck. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
I know your mother, so I'm going to have to keep my mouth shut now.
Well, I mean, I know you was going. You like the pixie, but you already had the the source material, shall I say?
I learned it all from Rami.
Yeah, I don't know how else to put that. This is true, you did. So, whilst we are talking about sort of like mental and physical health and stuff like that, you was explaining about your two
so
server
my
groups that you've
first
got and
server
about the
group
help that you
for
provide. So we
Eco
just got onto the second one for you.
or, Viking, because I know they weren't here when I was talking about them earlier. I have one that is basically a DID support group. If you don't know what DID is, it stands for Dissociative Identity Disorder, which is basically where one person has multiple personalities, all in the same body, and they are called alters. So that is like a support group, and then there is
Captain Janeway, Board Queen, Romeo Andromeda Descendant, sorry.
and then there is my other server, which I don't really spend that much time on, but I need to start doing some more things with it. It is my server called PMA, which is Positive Mental Attitude, and it's basically a server that is dedicated to helping with mental health, because I know that mental health has been something that's been really big for me, especially over the last 8-9 years, and I know that it's a big for a lot of other people to go through, and it can be very difficult to go through on your own. So I created a Discord server dedicated to helping people with mental health issues because of this thing in my life, and I don't want other people going down the same dark hole that I went down, of feeling like you're in a dark pit that you're never going to get out of, because I've been in that situation, I've been in that dark place, and I wouldn't wish it upon my worst enemy. It is hard to be there. You feel like you're in a dark hole and a way out, and there's no light at the end of it. So I created the Discord server purely to help people that feel like there's no hope. So I
Just to
said
slightly
earlier,
bring it
and
back
I will-
up a little bit. The minute... Oh, bye, Felicia. He's gone.
What happened? Who? Oh!
It's like... Darkness. You know nothing of darkness. You merely adapted the darkness. I was born in the darkness.
Sorry, I'm just trying to go through RuPaul's Drag Race UK Season Cast 2, because when Connor was on screen just then, the angle that the camera was at, I was like, wait, I've seen this face on Drag Race. Do you know it's bugging me who he looks like right from that angle, but yeah. I'll bring you back up again.
I have my headset on now just because I agree with what Mum was saying. If we're talking about mental health, then we'll
Yeah, there was a little bit of feedback.
we'll do that. So I said earlier, Rami did say that I can promote both servers on her Discord, so I will be adding those in. For the DID server, I will add the link to it, plus any information that you need to know about DID and about how to join and what's going on. If they're still in, yes, they are still in the stream. Adam is also an admin on the server on DID, so he can you can DM him if you want to and ask him to join. He knows the same amount as me, so yeah, just DM one of us and we'll bring you in. Also, there is DID Guardians that can join, which is people who don't have DID but are Guardians to people who have younger alters. So like Adam has a younger alter, and his Guardian for that younger alter is my sister. And then Adam and Eli, who is also on the stream at the minute, are they are Guardians for my two younger alters. So you can be added through being Guardian, and there is a separate role on the server to be a Guardian, so then everyone knows that you're not just some random person that's joined the server for no apparent reason. Because that happened the other day where somebody joined that was a Guardian for my sister's younger. I didn't know, so I was getting ready to kick them and ban them, but then my sister had to explain to me that they are actually the Guardian for their young alter, so that's why I created the member, just so there's no confusion.
Yeah. Oh, Eli. Nice. So yeah, Eli's just posted their recent look on the group as well. So, true, Lucian, true. So yeah, we have got just under 3 minutes left, but we are going to be coming back for another hour. So if anyone else wants to join us and talk about anything, doesn't have to be mental health related, it can be absolutely anything. You're more than welcome to. Well, I mean, we can go into certain detail of it. We just can't go into chronic detail. I mean, we might be able to do on other platforms, but not this one, unfortunately. But Connor, thank you. Yes, you can rejoin because I want people to see your look. So I'll give you a couple more minutes. But then we really want other people to come up and chat to us as well. Connor, you'll be able to join us for the first couple of minutes of the next one. And oh, sorry, we just lost Eco there. Bye, Eco.
She did actually wave goodbye.
Sorry, I was busy looking in the opposite direction. But okay. Well, we're gonna literally. Okay, I'll bring you up for now, but we're literally got like less than 2 minutes left. So,
Eli, I love the look.
Hello.
That is amazing.
I also put my nails on for this.
Walk like an Egyptian.
They are gorgeous.
I mean, they do say if you're not wearing nails, you're not doing drag.
Did I never do drag because I never have my nails on?
I purposely.
That's fine, Nico. That's perfectly fine, darling.
I purposely expanded Eli's image just so that I could see the look.
Yeah. I mean, I'm actually loving the cat wings. So yeah.
Surprisingly, the lines
like
came out straight.
Well, I mean, you could always get these handy-dandy little things.
In the LGBT community, thank you very much.
As straight as a ruler.
As a bent
You
ruler,
could always get,
I'm
you know,
as straight as a boomerang.
shadow shields.
Yes, eco, that works well. Credit card.
Yeah. Exactly. Credit cards work as well.
Or your
Yeah,
Oyster
definitely.
card, love.
Or in failing, tissue. Oyster card will work as well. Yeah, Connor's as straight as a boomerang. He keeps fucking coming back. You try to throw him.
Back in what way, Robbie?
You just can't get rid of it. It's like a bad smell. Well, I mean, I'm not going to answer that on this platform. And not with your mum in the room either.
Just
No.
remember, you call, yeah?
Exactly, yeah, it's not XG, so yeah, we need to... Just for everyone watching, by the way, Connor, myself, Georgia and Melody have known each other for years, so please don't take anything seriously. And if we do insults and stuff like Eco was saying
but
before...
I'm eating it, Mom, so...
Well, I know where you live as well.
Romy wouldn't...
Well, that's what she said. But yeah, I mean, we do have a lot of fun, and especially in the drag race, we will bitch bitch a lot and we will take the piss, but it's all from a good place. No one's, you know, if we had something bad to say for you, we certainly wouldn't do it on the platform. We would do it to your face. It wouldn't, you know, it wouldn't.
Mum's
be.
just said carry on then.
Exactly.
We will. Don't
Solution: kiss my ass. No.
Bitch, look at my balls.
Oh,
no.
right.
Oh, wait,
I'll give you my address.
Hey, Viking.
It's
DM
true.
me.
Rapport is everything, and that's, you know, going back onto what we were saying earlier, like in the old. Oh, hello, slide in my DMs. No, hang on. Is it sliding your DMs or is it
I'm
sliding
not
your CKs? I mean,
No,
yeah.
Either you, box.
That's why I said DMs or CKs. Calvin Klein.
No, I'm sorry. If you're riding in your boxers, that's when you need to change them, love. It's called skid marks for a reason.
Well, I mean, you know, some people kind of think I'm just like no. Right, we have gone over the hour. I'm going to escape while I can. Join me on the flip side. I'll see you all soon.